Today I'm going to talk about the how to make the spiritual screen, which is how to protect yourself from negative spiritual influences, and also how to block the evil spirits. Reason why I chose this theme is that there are so many people who are suffering from those negative spiritual influences. So have you ever seen your family members or friends or relatives who are drunk suddenly change their attitudes, right? Maybe crying, laughing, or get angry, whatever. You see that kind of changes, that means he or she cannot control her body, which is evil spirit is in there and then control. And when you wake up, you don't remember anything what happened the last night. Or it is said that 70 or 80% of the patients coming to the hospital never find the real reason for their illness. So that's also because of the spiritual negative influences. And when you are young, you see the parents. Your parents must be good, but sometimes the parents are fighting each other, husband and wife. So in that situation, you usually see the situation is getting worse as they started, right? So at the moment, of course, it's not their real themselves. They are influenced by the evil spirits. And also, sometimes you feel tired, and also you don't want to do anything, right? And without passion, without any enthusiasm, just you give up everything. So at the moment, also you are influenced by that. And also you somehow everything is annoying, or everything is irritating me, you. So at the moment too. So and also sometimes you see the family members or some families which has the sons or father, a mother or grandfather, grandparents, they are so spiritual, and you see their characteristics or their personality suddenly changes. So in that case, it is absolutely evil spirits. It's attacking them, him or her. So even we cannot notice what's going on around us, we are always at the target from them. So today we are learning how to block those negative spiritual influences, and also how to protect ourselves, your home, your friends, your family members. So then maybe it's about 1 hour, including master's lecture, about maybe 40 minutes. So let's learn step by step, and after that you will see the way to become a real exorcist yourself. You can do it. So if you go to the Vatican or Rome, Italy, there are only 50 priests who are entitled as a exorcist. But in Happy Science, we all are, able to do it as our faith deepens. Okay, so before going into it, I just want to explain how powerful this temple is, because you see already the Lord Alcantara is the God of gods, right? And He rules everything in this earth. So He sent Jesus Christ, He sent Buddha, and He sent Muhammad. So as we believe this God, we can unite all the religions as one. So that's why we are doing activities right now, and there are so many conflicts between religions. But the reason why Master came to this earth this time is to unite all the nations, all the religions as one. So the important thing is which God you are connected to. So if you are connected to the Lord Ekantara, that means the God of gods on this earth. That's the most powerful power you get. So that's the meaning. So thinking about the evil spirits, negative spiritual influences, if you avoid those things, he has the greatest power of all. So as long as you come here and worship him, the Lord Ekantara, that means that you are connected to the him, and under him there are 500 guiding spirits. So of course it includes Muhammad, Jesus Christ, and Confucius, and the angels that you know. So if you pray, they come to you and help you. So that's the spiritual truth. And even if you don't notice, if you pray, they come and help you. So please think like that, and please see the situation like that. Everything happening around you is influenced by either good or bad spiritual influences, and you have to choose good one, and you have to always choose good side of the spiritual influences. Okay, so and this lecture, how to create a spiritual screen, was given by Master last year and in English. So Master's mother tongue is Japanese, and he sometimes tried to speak English and give a lecture to the world. So he is speaking to you, not to Japanese. Well, of course, including Japanese, but if he speaks English, that means he is speaking to you. Okay? So personally. And he is always with you, and he is always with you, crying when you are crying, smiling when you are smiling. So you are always with him, and he is protecting. Okay? Everything happening around you is not a coincidence. That's meant to be happening. So you have to see what is the reason why I'm facing this problem. Okay. Anyway, in this lecture there are so many methods and ways to protect yourself from those negative spiritual influence. Let's learn together. So every time we have a Sunday service, we are uploading all the lecture and also a master's lecture too. But this time I cannot just upload the master's lecture, because in the lecture, master put his energy into that to save you who come to the temple and come here to listen to the lecture. So if you come here, and you will see how powerful the lecture is. But on YouTube, it's just information. So Master's lecture is not just information. He put his energy to save the people in the lecture, so you have to come here and listen to it. Otherwise, it's just same as a reading book outside. Master's lecture is always spiritual meaning. Okay. So let's see what Master says. Okay, so first step is you have to feel what is good and bad instantly. So that's the first step. Otherwise, if you feel bad thing is good thing, you don't have to think, I need a spiritual screen, right? So, but if you feel bad thing, bad spiritual influences instantly, you suddenly think, oh, I need a spiritual screen right now to protect ourselves, myself, ourselves. So you first feel what is good, what is bad, what is wrong, and what is right. So to know that, you have to learn the teachings first. So you see, the evil spirits or negative spiritual influences are coming from not heaven, from hell. So they are coming out and I try to bother you. Okay. So when you feel that they were not the bad guys totally when they were on this earth, you know what I mean? You have many friends, right? And there are maybe good people or bad people, but sometimes he or she looks good, but never know what she or he is thinking inside. He is smiling, but inside him, his desires is to maybe hurt somebody, right? Or full of jealousy, full of whatever negative. So people who live this life okay doesn't mean he or she can always go to heaven, right? So what I want to say here is the evil spirits are not always just bad guys, but full of negativity, anything, do have to go to hell and train themselves to bring their true self back. Then go back to heaven and again reborn on this earth. So maybe every 300 years or 400 years to train themselves. So that's the process. So you have to first feel, oh, it's coming, or it is here, or I feel something wrong. So that means there must be somebody, some spiritual being bothering you or try to possess you or try to disturb you. And what they want is they just want to get out the hell and stay a little bit on this earth and escape from the hell. They are suffering over there, so they don't want to just be there. And the only way to get out is to possess you. Okay, so they want to be saved. That's the reason they come out and try to possess you. So they just want to escape. They just want to take it anymore in the hell. Okay, so you have to first feel, oh, something is wrong right now. So sometimes you feel headache. Sometimes you feel, body ache. Sometimes you feel, cold. So that means there must be somebody there. So at the moment, you have to think, oh, I need spiritual screen. I'm attracting something right now. So that's the first step. So second step, let's do it. So there is the law of same wavelength attraction. So they come and they possess you. That means that you have the same wavelengths as they do. So that's why you have to clean yourself. You have to attune your mind to the heavenly world. So it's like suppose the evil spirits are cockroach. Okay, so they just come out in the night time and try to bother at your home, inside home. But when light comes in, they just can't stand, right? So it's like that. So or bat, same thing. They are working nighttime only, but not the daytime. So if light comes, they're gone. So it's like this. So they themselves try to, like Master said, try to escape from the hell and from suffering and possess you. And only the time they possess you is the time they are doing whatever they are, they want to do. Like if you, that talking is later, but if you stick to something, the money, or suppose money, okay, you have attachments to the money, and there are people who are attached to the money, went to the hell, and because only thing you can take to the heaven is your mind, clear mind or pure mind. But if you are full of attachments, you cannot go to heaven. So the attachments that you have attracts those negative spiritual influence, evil spirits, and make them come to you and possess yourself, and then suffering until you notice. So that's the way it works. So, but to get rid of those, Master says, one is to, you can use CD of Dharma of the Right Mind, which Master's voice were recorded. So if you play that CD, maybe within 30 minutes, it's gone. So whenever Master comes to any place where he is giving a lecture, we always prepare the CD player playing Dharma of the Right Mind. So purify the space, then Master actually is able to come in the room. So before that, there must be some evil spirits staying in the building. In a temple, it's no problem. But sometimes we are using the other places, like Convention Center in Sydney, right? Intercontinental Hotel 2009. So whenever we do receiving the lecture and where Master stays, we are playing the CD, the Dharma of the Right Mind. So that purifies the space. So that's the one. And the second one is reading the teachings. So if you read the teachings, your mind is attuned to the high spiritual vibrations, so that evil spirit vibration cannot be attracted, or they cannot just come to you, because you are full of light already. So as well as reading book, listening to the lecture, the same thing. So your mind is attuned to the high spiritual vibrations. That's the way. So, and I will say, emotion is the key to attract and avoid. So, we have a Dharma book, prayer book number 1. So, there is a prayer, Buddha's teaching, Sutra for our ancestors. So, ancestors sometimes go to hell and go to heaven. So, it depends on the people, right? And in this sutra, Master, Buddha, is trying to save them. Then how to save them? They have to realize what kind of minds made them to go to hell. So it is like this. All souls who have left the earth, listen. Buddha has been reborn. Buddha's power is great. He saves you all with infinite light. You must make amends for your previous lives. Knowledge is to have knowledge of the other world. Now you have no physical body. It is a wonder that you still have life. If you had been wise enough while you on earth to know the secrets of reincarnation, the difference between this world and the other world, and the distinction between heaven and hell, you would not have lived a life of delusion. You would not have done wrong. Therefore, reflection is essential. On earth, you were attached to things and lived a life of endless desire for property, for money, and the lust, desire for drink, for gambling, for promotion, and the fame. So too, your life was filled with complaint and discontent, jealousy, doubt, deceit, theft, violence, and the poison of anger. With all of this, who else would go to hell? If not you, you must thoroughly reflect on your past thoughts and deeds and ask for Buddha's forgiveness. Okay? So those emotions, those desires, those attachments will make you go to hell. So if you have those things, that means you are right now enough to attract those evil spirits. So you have to always look at your mind and inside and clean yourself. You have to get rid of those things. Otherwise, you are always ready to attract those things. And that's the only way to avoid, or not only, but that's the fundamental way to dispatch your evil things or desires, attachments. Okay? So, let's go on to the next point. So, this is a new point in this lecture. So, we are talking about the dead people, evil spirits from hell. But this time, Master mentioned about the living person's evil minds. That can be also evil spirits. And the powered by his or her guardian spirits. So guardian spirits always, well, everybody has a guardian spirit, and a guardian spirit always trying to help you out, and try to accelerate your dream and accomplishments, But they don't decide what is good or bad. They just want to help you. So then, if you are attached to something, the Master mentioned about the boyfriend and girlfriend, the relationship between boys and girls, and also husband and wife. So if you come to the point where you think, I want to control her, I want to control him, and even if it's between parents and children, even if it's starting from the good reason, it's becoming extreme. I want to control him, I want to control her, and I want him to go to this university, this college, or this school badly, but even if he or she doesn't really want to go, right? So if it's coming to too extreme, that became attachments, that became greed. I want more, I want more. You are thinking you are doing for them, but actually you are doing for yourself, your fame, your status in the society. So that is wrong, and that create your guardian spirit, your mind, evil mind, going to the person, the target, and bothering them, bother their lives. So that's the reality. So you have to also think about protecting yourself from those living persons' evil minds. They just come to you. Okay? So then, Master said, check whether or not you have greed. Okay, so that's the point. So in other words, the possession, strong desire to possess something. So in other words, we can say attachments. So check whether or not you have a indecent relationship, indecent mind to have some relationship between whoever. So that's the second point to check. To protect yourself from living person's evil minds. Okay. So to avoid possession, to avoid have attachments, you have to think this world is just a school for your soul, and just 80 years, 90 years, and you go back to hell on heaven, and then spending another 300 years, 400 years, or 500 years. Depending on how great, how your enlightenment is. So to think about it, everything is changing, everything is passing by, and nothing can be stopped. And also, ever changing is a concept of the Buddhism. Everything is kind of changing. And even if your body, the cells and even the bones are changing every day. And 1 year later, there's nothing more. What you have right now is totally changed 1 year later, the bones and the cells. So, but inside that, you have same soul, okay? You have your own soul, and experiencing last, millions of reincarnations on this earth, maybe another planet too, and so that's the reality. So there's nothing you can attach or nothing you can take to heaven. If you attach, you cannot go to heaven, and you're going to hell. But to protect yourself from living evil spirits, living persons' evil minds, you cannot have any attachments, greed, and indecent relationships. So that's the way we can avoid. Okay? So then the last point is, so the last point is pray to the Lord. Okay, pray to the Lord. Any words is fine, but strong words, strong wish to the Lord, and then He is coming to you to help you. So that's the way it works. And there are some more. I think the last the half, maybe another 15 minutes. He's talking about it's kind of a how to become professional exorcist. So you want to see it? So it is better to learn this time, and then you can have more power to not only protect yourself, but also protect your family members and relatives or friends. If they are suffering from those negative spiritual influences, you come to them and help them. You have the power. So because you are connected to the Lord right now, the God of gods and the most powerful existence on this world. So if you believe it's getting stronger, that means that you can bring the power from the heaven and just give your light, give your power to the friends. So then you can save them. So let's see the 15 minutes lecture after that. So that's the word of professional staff members or disciples. So we do everyday discipline because we have to protect the members. We have to protect the countries. So everyday discipline such as A4 pass, which is done every day 6 o'clock night here, and we have to clean ourselves and then connect to the heavenly world, and we can then give the light to the members. So, but looking at the members here, you are already a spiritual leader in the society. So, from the view of Satan's and devils and the evil spirits, they don't like you. Okay, if your light is growing, that means that their place to live is shrinking. So they might attack you, and so that's the role, that's the responsibility that you have. So that's why you have to know how to deal with those negative, evil spirits. So that's the conclusion. So, but try to discipline yourself using the sutras recitation, and also an A4 pass, the seminar, looking inside you, what you are thinking right now, and what you are thinking, what you thought, and what you have done today. So every day you can clean your mind. Then get back to the normal point. So that's the way we do. And also, he's saying use third chakra and hand palms. So the light is coming from those. And also, the pendant is used for shedding the light. So if you do the Alcantara fight, ritual prayers, Alcantara healing, the light is coming from this pendant. Okay. And also, he's always also saying strong words, use a strong words. So devils and the Satans also come to you to bother you when you have unsettled problems and secular problems which you cannot solve. So regarding maybe your family members or a school and the workplaces. So everything, if you cannot decide which is right and which is wrong, or I do this, I don't do this, so you have to make a decision. Sooner is better. And if you are filled with problems which was not solved yet, they come to you and they can find a place to come and they bother you. So you cannot think about those problems right. So that's the thing. And also, lastly, be careful about the devils and the Satans. They come to you and you cannot fight alone. Okay, you need the help. You need the other disciples' powers. So if you feel wrong, you come here and ask for help. We can exorcise evil spirits. And if it's small one, when you enter this temple, they cannot come in. Okay, but they are waiting outside. When you go out, they just again possess you. So that's the way, spiritually, that's the way. So, but as long as they are inside, you are inside here, they cannot bother you anymore. But when you go out, but if you get rid of those negative attachments, they cannot possess you again. So you have to come here and empower your, spiritual power, and then go out. So once a week is kind of at least chances that you come here once a week and clean everything up and go back to the society and work. So then again once a week come here and clean yourself and go. So it's like a hospital for your soul. And then you can decide right. You can judge right. And you are always connected to the heavenly warrior guardian and guiding spirits, and then do the right work and a good work for the people. So that's the way we do. And we are staff members here for your spiritual training and also exercising evil spirits. So as we are disciplining ourselves every day, if people come and with evil spirits, we sometimes have a headache, or sometimes, some people came with someone, like that. So we can feel sometimes something is wrong with somebody. So then we don't say it, but we can at least try to support you spiritually. And then if the evil spirit is gotten off, you don't feel any heavy stuff in your shoulders or so. So that's how we do every day. Okay? So I hope today's learning help you to protect yourself from evil spirits. And also we have more to talk, but I'm trying to talk about those things maybe next 1 to 3 months to protect yourself, protect you from those negative spiritual influences. Okay. Well, thank you very much for listening.